So tomorrow we are planning to summit that peak.
Tofana di Roses.
Tofana di Roses. Right here we're at Cinque Torre. We'll start down where those pine trees are across the way. We'll hike up, go around the backside, summit from the backside up to the top. And if you're seeing this video, it means we finished.
So we're starting here from Refugio di Bona, starting off going uphill on Route 403. Ample parking here. Pretty busy this morning. There's a Refugio, and there is our destination. Let it begin. So it's a little brisk this morning, but it's been really cloudy the last few days, and as you can see, it's just a very cloudless, sunny day this morning. That being said, we're going to 10,000 feet, so we thought about wearing pants, but we opted for shorts. We'll see how that goes later. Just 8 minutes and a third of a mile, we've reached this junction, and we're now taking a left towards Via Ferrata, Lipella.
Get some of those views behind you.
Well, shorts were a good choice. Just straight up, right out of the gate, and we're already drenched. Whew. All right, so we're almost a half hour in, and we've reached another junction here. We're gonna take a left on trail 404. It's been pretty steep so far, and it's gonna continue. But no complaints with these views. Definitely heating up though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're about a mile and a half in. We're still trucking, a little flatter now. You can see the Lagazzui hut up there. And unfortunately, a few clouds are rolling in at the top, but we'll see what happens later. A little bit less than 2 miles and about 1,500 feet up. And we've now geared up with our Via Ferrata gear and our headlights. And we're heading into these World War I tunnels. And so it begins. Should be fun. All right, so we're in the WW1 tunnel here, and it's quite dark. We have headlights, of course. Quite a low ceiling. Glad I have a helmet on, because I'm definitely gonna hit my head. And Shannon just did. Right on cue, unplanned. Definitely a little colder in here, which feels great after that long ascent. Cooled down a little bit.
You're not really clipped in.
Yeah.
Just pull it out.
Okay, no need to clip in here, just got the wire as a guide. And some really nice metal stairs that are not slippery, luckily, so it's not too bad. So now we're just kind of walking on gravel, just to give you an idea of how dark it is. Turn off our headlights.
Oh, so dark.
We're still going in the tunnels, but there's a really cool lookout here. Onto the mountains. All right, we have emerged from the tunnel. Reacquainted to daylight. It was about 20 minutes in the tunnel, but about 450 feet up. So the ascent continues. So we're ascending a few feet here down to this little scree gully, and I'll be following those folks up to the beginning of the true Via Ferrata. So we're about 2.5 miles in, about an hour and 40 minutes. And here we are at the start of the wire. Continuing along here, get another little flat section with a little waterfall, some chilly water. And the bluebird day continues. And now we're around the waterfall. We're about 2 hours and 15 minutes in. We've gone about 2.7 miles and 2,200 feet up.
Beautiful.
And the views are just stunning.
Wow.
Valley, kind of reminiscent of Yosemite here almost, I would say. A little bit of down climbing here. It's a little traverse kind of along the ledge before we start going back up again. Nice little ledge traverse here. Once again, the valley very far below. And luckily most of this Via Ferrata is in the shade, so it can be a little cool, especially with those little waterfalls that we've been through, but also keeps you not too hot and not too sweaty. Especially on a beautiful day like today. We're about 3.5 miles in, which mileage doesn't really mean anything at this point, but 2,700 feet up in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. And we've reached this junction. It says Cima to the right and Cantore to the left. So that's an escape route that way if the weather's bad or injury or any other reason. And this is the way we'll be going up to the peak. Gotta view the summit here finally. Definitely have a long way to go. You can see the little ants in the distance climbing up the wall. All right, still climbing, about 3,000 feet up at this point, in a cool little bowl type of structure. And the views continue to be great. All right, we're about 3,700 feet up at this point. About 4 hours and 45 minutes, and about 4.5 miles. And it looks like the Via Ferrata portion is over. And now we've just got a scree walk to the top. But we'll find out if there's any more Via Ferrata. Meanwhile, we're loving these views in the sunshine now that we're on top. All right, and here are the views from the summit. It's a little busy up here. There's the other Tofana peaks and the Cortina Valley down there, looking beautiful. And the cross over here to the right. It's a little busy, so I don't want to put those people in the shot. Well worth the hike, though. Looking forward to the way down because we're exhausted. And in fact, you can see our trail down, way down there. Long way down. All right, and the way down has begun with the beautiful backdrop here. A few clouds behind us, but still some good views this direction. So from the end of the Via Ferrata, it took us about 25 minutes to get to the peak and about 20 minutes to get back down here to where we join up with the regular hiking path. It was about 500 feet up from the end of the Via Ferrata to the peak, so still a pretty good amount of ascent there. We're about 5.5 hours in now, and we're just now starting that descent. So we'll see how long it takes us to get back to the car. So, we're headed down after our break at the hut, and it is a much nicer, smooth trail down, able to go pretty fast, and the views are stunning. Over here you can see the Cinque Torri that we showed you yesterday. Working our way down. The views are still just splendid in all directions, and we have spotted the car. All right, and we have made it to Refugio di Bona. Time for some lunch. 7 hours and 16 minutes later, 8 miles and 4,258 feet. About 40 minutes from the Refugio Gusani. And finally, our reward. Pasta with sausage, pork fillet with speck, and potatoes. And as always, a view.